JD Vance was appointed as the Fraud Czar, not. Hey everybody, this administration's made a big deal about going after waste, fraud, and abuse. We remember the whole Doge debacle and all the people that were fired, then they had to be brought back, and they actually ended up costing more money than they saved as part of that effort under Elon Musk. Now the president has tapped JD Vance as the Fraud Czar. Going after fraud is a noble goal that we should all be applauding. We don't like fraud. Fraud is bad. Fraud costs taxpayers money. But you know what happened? JD Vance came to my district last week and he stood there saying he was going to do an official event paid for by taxpayers to get him traveling there, all of his security. They paid $110,000, actually interviewed the guy who did the production for a production for the stage and the banners and the seating and the audio-visual equipment. They paid all this money with taxpayer dollars, and he made a completely political speech. He spent 18 minutes of a 20-minute speech all attacking me, quite frankly.
Tom Suozzi. Suozzi. What are you doing, my man? You guys have got the worst congressman in the entire United States represent you. So from one vice president to the people of the New York's 3rd Congressional District, what I'm asking you is to kick crazy Tom Suozzi the hell out of Washington.
Well, there's one part that wasn't political. He was trying to sell his book.
Now, I'm not supposed to talk about the book. Tom Suozzi, because I'm not supposed to talk about the book. Tom Suozzi would definitely not buy the book Communion by JD Vance, available everywhere books are sold starting yesterday. So go out and get that book, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
What the vice president did was a fraud. He used taxpayer dollars to pay for an event, traveling to and from, security, everything else. There were even actually Nassau County police cars and motorcycles there. He used official resources for a purely political event and to try and sell his book. So now I've sent a letter to the special counsel, the person responsible for the special counsel of the United States to do investigations, and to the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, which is where this event took place, the Eastern District of New York. I used to clerk for the Chief Judge of the Eastern District of New York. I sent a letter to the U.S. Attorney and said, please investigate this. Please investigate how these taxpayer dollars were used to pay for this purely political event and to sell the vice president's book.
When you pay your taxes, it ought to go to the services and the national security needs that it's meant to go towards. It shouldn't go to fraudsters. It shouldn't go to fraudsters who take advantage of your tax dollars.
Waste, fraud, and abuse is a bad thing. We should all be united, Democrats and Republicans, going after waste, fraud, and abuse, the misuse of taxpayer dollars. But then don't tap the vice president to be the person, to be the fraud czar, and then have that person misuse taxpayer dollars to do a purely political event or to try and sell his book. That's just wrong, and we have to hold him accountable.